appreciate y'all chilling and politicking and paying attention because it's real vital. You heard me? Trench Talk TV. So that's what it's gonna sound like. It ain't gonna sound like nothing sugarcoat. It ain't gonna sound like what you want to hear. It's gonna be Trench Talk.
About how long did that Southside Wrecking Crew run last?
Hey, you know, I wouldn't say that it's running now. I was getting ready to say it probably still is running, but I wouldn't say that it's running now. You know, I would say, you know, a good 20, 25 years, if not more than that. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, of course, it's always been Southside, like to say, Southside to the river run dry. It always was that before me, you know what I mean? But I mean, and we was having this conversation. I had this conversation with somebody else here recently, and I was telling them that I was one of the pioneers. That they didn't believe that, you know. And I was saying how I had to call Silk on the phone, actually, you know. But I had to, yes, of course, it's been Southside. It's been, you know, it's been pioneers and legends before me, of course. Southside been here. But I think that what we kind of did was put a little bit more of a kind of a structure to it, and put a little bit more. We started trying to.
You broke a different mold.
Yeah. We tried to kind of we kept it together, and we kind of put faces to it, and had a little bit of rules that we stuck in there. We handed out little signs, out little hand gestures, and everything else that we put to it. So, you know.
Man, one thing I noticed, I looked at a couple of pictures of yours. A lot of stuff be going on today. They be talking about these crazy, you can call them kids, man, boys, whatever you want to call them. Be on these album pictures with these guns, or even on the internet. Man, apparently a lot of that stuff not new, man. I ran across a piece of artwork of yours, man. A couple of y'all was holding guns to y'all own heads and whatnot.
Oh, man, yeah, that's why I would tell you before, man. That's nothing new. I really feel like I'm ahead of my time. You know what I mean? I was a young boy before Youngboy, so you know, and that's true story. That's facts.
Now you know that a lot of people might not like that.
Hey, well, I was a young boy before Youngboy was in Baton Rouge. It's a fact. If anybody can produce any kind of music that came out before the song Graveyard Shift, I challenge them right now to produce that. And the reason why I say I was Youngboy before Youngboy, because Youngboy is my favorite right now, so don't get it twisted. But because at that time, when I was around his age, like I told you, my first song was called Graveyard Shift. The second was called Angola Bound. The third one was called I Feel Like Killing a Nigga. Then I had Bloody Murder. So all of my songs at that time was about violence, you know, unfortunate. Right. That's the way that's where my pain was. That's the type of thing that I had been seeing with my fallen soldiers, you know, coming up, me finding dead bodies. You know, these type of things that I've experienced as I'm growing up. And so when I became into rapping, those are the things that I wanted to cry out about, those things so, you know, I see that in Youngboy. So that's why I say I was a young boy before Youngboy. But when I went to the club and they put on Angola Bound, or they put on I Feel Like Killing a Nigga, you know, they wasn't gonna play them in the club. It was too much ahead of its time. It was too hardcore for and people, you know, it's gonna make everybody flash. And so that's what it used to do. And so, but now, you know, that's all you hear now is people talking about, you know, this and that, killing, you know, posting on the block, you know what I mean, and all this here. So when I listen to it now, I feel like, man, I was a little bit ahead of my time.
You might have a point, man. I went over a couple of your lyrics. Man, I ran across something you said, something to the extent of size ain't shit.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'll stop you right there because I'll say it instead of you having to say it.
Yeah, I don't want to chop it up
because it is my lyric, you know. And this was a song Angola Bound. This was the second song I made, but this probably was one of my most beloved songs in the hood.
And this was on vinyl.
Yeah, it was on vinyl. And I talk about Angola, and I talk about in the song. You go check it out. Angola Bound, Bottom Posse, Angola Bound. But on the second verse, I talk about I bring you inside of Angola, and so I wanted to make it as vivid as I could back then. I'm a storyteller type of rapper, so I wanted to be almost like a horror movie. I'm gonna bring you in there. They used to have this movie called Penitentiary back when I was young, and it was real gritty. But the movie was about penitentiary. It was about a lot of shit that go on in penitentiary back then, and a lot of the gruesome shit. So on my record, Angola bound, at the end, I say size ain't shit. I seen a 240-pound nigga get that dick.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, that was it. See, and to this day, I have never heard no rapper on any record in the history of rap say that on the record. I have never heard it. But I said it on the record, because then it was real.
It's happening every day, man.
It happened. If you ain't Angola bound.
And I mean that. Boy, he just fucked me up. I gotta catch myself. I gotta shake back. Alright,
Yeah.